We are back with some more reading on the Union book for UPS. And as we go into the new year, we're only 2 days away from the new year, 2025. Before we get started with the Union book, I just want to make a couple announcements. I'm kind of a late on the most recent one, on the one of them, but we did lose Jimmy Carter, the president, yesterday, who lived. He was the oldest president to ever live at 100 years old. No other president has ever lived that long. And then we lost the baseball great Rickey Henderson last week. 65 years old, Rickey Henderson led the league in several categories. One of them being the base stealing category, which he holds the all-time record for the most career steals. May he rest in peace. Same thing with Jimmy Carter. And let's get into the Union handbook here. Last week we left off on 2 and 3. Now we're going to go into 4 and 5. So Article 4 is stewards. The employer recognizes the right of the union to designate job stewards and alternates from the employer's seniority list. Eventually, you got to put a lot of time in to make seniority. Like for me, I've only been there 4 months, so I don't have a lot of seniority yet. It would take me a while to get that. Now, the authority of job stewards and alternates are so designated by the union, and they shall be limited to and shall not exceed the following duties and activities. Now, A, the investigation and presentation of grievances with the employer or the designated company representative in accordance with the provisions of the collective bargaining agreement. B, the collection of dues when authorized by appropriate union action, and C, the transmission of such messages and information which shall originate with and are authorized by the union or its officers, provided such messages and information. Now, 1, they have been reduced to writing, or 2, if not reduced to writing, they are of a routine nature and do not involve work stoppages, slowdowns, refusal to handle goods, or any other interference with the employer's business. Job stewards and alternates have no authority to take strike action or any other action interrupting the employer's business except as authorized by official action of the union. Now, the employer recognizes these limitations upon the authorized job stewards and their alternates, and they should not hold the union liable for any unauthorized acts. Now, the employer, in so recognizing such limitations, shall have the authority to impose proper non-discriminatory discipline, including discharge. Now, however, in the event that the job steward or designated alternate has led or instigated or encouraged unauthorized strike action, slowdown, or work stoppages in violation of this agreement, they may be signaled out for more serious discipline, up to and including discharge. Stewards and alternate stewards should not be subject to discipline for performing any of the duties within the scope of their authority as defined in this section in the manner permitted by the section. Now, Now, recognizing the importance of the role of the union steward in resolving problems or disputes between the employer and its employees, the employer reaffirms its commitment to the active involvement of union stewards in such process in accordance with the terms of this article. Now, the job steward or the designated alternate should be permitted reasonable time to investigate, present, and process grievances on the company's property without interruption of the employer's operation. Now, upon notification to their supervisor, a steward shall be afforded the right to leave their work area for a reasonable period of time to investigate, present, and process grievances and to represent fellow employees concerning grievances or disciplines, such as long as its activity does not interrupt the employer's operation. Now, the employer shall make a reasonable effort to ensure that its operations are not interrupted by the stewards engaging in such activity. The employer shall not use interruption of its operation as a subterfuge for denying such right to the steward. Now, the only time that you ever see a union steward on the floor of any outbound or anything is when they're doing investigations. So, like, basically, if you don't have the proper work shoes, they come to check your shoes to make sure that they're acceptable. Basically, they have to be just regular random boots or steel-toe boots. If you have any gym shoes, they would not let you work. Um, now, Now, where mutually agreed to by the union and employer, stewards may investigate off the property or other than during the regular schedule without loss of time or pay. Stewards shall be paid for time spent in meetings under this article which occurred during the steward's regular working hours. Stewards shall also be paid for time spent at meetings which occur outside their working hours or on any days off by mutual consent. Now, such time spent during the job stewards or the designated alternate regular working hours shall be considered working hours in computing daily and or weekly overtime if within the regular hour schedule or the of the job steward or the designated alternate. Now, the employer recognizes the employee's right to be given requested representation by a steward or the designated alternate at such time as the employer reasonably contemplates disciplinary action. Sorry, can't say the word right. The employer also recognizes the steward's right to be given requested representation by another steward or a designated alternate at such time as the steward reasonably contemplates disciplinary action. When requested by union or the employee, there should be a steward present whenever the employer meets with an employee concerning grievances or discipline or investigative interviews. In such cases, the meeting should not continue until the steward or the alternate steward is present at that given time. Just like when a write-up occurs, basically, so if you feel like you're being wronged and they're trying to write you up, tell them that you're not signing the write-up until a union is present. And if they say that a union member isn't present, tell them that you're not signing until I find one. Basically, you could have that option too. Now, if an employee does not wish to have a union steward present in any meeting where the employee has a right to union representation under this article, the employee has the right to sign a waiver of union representation, a copy of which shall be furnished to the union upon its request. Now, if requested by the union, the designated steward shall be provided with copies of all warning, suspension, and discharge letters. Job stewards or designated alternates shall be allowed to wear an identifying steward's badge provided by the union at all times while on the employer's premises. Now that's the end of Article 4. Let's go to Article 5, sanitary conditions. Now, the employer agrees to maintain a clean sanitary washroom, having hot and cold running water with toilet facilities in all present and future buildings. Now, the employer further agrees to provide separate toilet and changing facilities for male and females in all present and future UPS buildings, which have more than 15 drivers. The employer agrees to provide a designated area outside the general work area to be used for breaks in all present and future buildings. Now, now in each outbound there's one break room. So there's a lot of them. There's 10 outbound, so there's a break room in each one, and then there's also a break room for the truckers, and stuff like that. Now, the employer shall implement procedures designed to ensure privacy for all employees when using the facilities in UPS buildings with 15 or fewer drivers. Now, such toilet facilities shall be equipped with proper ventilation devices, and they shall be heated as climatic conditions shall warrant. Now, the employer agrees to provide lockers for all those employees who are required to change into a uniform or take a lunch period. All other employees shall be provided a suitable area for keeping personal items and clothes. Assigned lockers shall not be opened by the employer unless either the employee or a union representative is present. Now, where the employer and the union agree that the local water is not suitable for drinking, the employer shall provide bottled drinking water. In those locations where the company uses temporary structures for the hub and preload operations, the company shall heat, adequately light, and provide loading heights equal to the equipment being loaded. Now that's the end of Article 5. Next week we will get into Articles 6 and 7 to ring in the new year here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video there. If you like the video, you can give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. About me doing the union videos. Now, if you want to support my work even further, you can donate to my Patreon link, which you can find in the About section of YouTube. And for just a little, as a few bucks a video or a month, your donation can help go a long way. And thanks for listening, and I hope you guys enjoyed.